So what we're going to do is we are going to play Pass the Parcel, and there are prizes. So okay, we have 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to do all 4 at the same time in a little bit of craziness. Now, inside these, there are different layers. So when the music stops, obviously you take out a layer. There will be a prize in every one. Yeah, I know. Now, if you're extra lucky, you will get a green piece of paper. Now, there is also green wrapping, but it's different green paper. You will know. And then if you find your green paper, then you've got to come to the front with your green piece of paper. So it's a good way to find volunteers as well. So it works out very well for me. So I believe we might have a, we've got music, so that's fine. We'll sort that. Okay, awesome. So we'll start one over here. We will start one over here, and we'll do some sort of, and we'll start one somewhere around here. And we'll start one somewhere around here. Excellent. Thank you. So we've got some music. We were going to have a video, but no, never mind. Okay, we'll just abandon the videos today, and we will go for some video music then. So start passing the parcel, and when it stops, no, pass the parcel. Nice and quickly. Send it over to this side, send it over to this side. It's really bizarre. Okay. Who's got it? Let's see, wave it in the air if you've got them. Yeah, we've got one over there. Right, so take off the first layer very quickly, if you can. Really quickly, because we want to get this sort of moving at a reasonable pace. Oh, there's a green piece of paper. We've had one already. Come up to the front, Em. Okay, keep going, keep passing. As soon as the layer. Open it up. Oh, you're all the way over there. That's easy. Keep going, fast, fast, fast. Just go anywhere. It doesn't really matter, around the same areas. John. Oh, we got 2 on the same row there. Try and get them moving all around the church if we can. Just somewhere. And, oh, got a green piece of paper. When you've done wrapped it, start moving it again. You might want to, I'm not quite sure where we're going with these. Who's got them at the moment? If you've got them, wave them at me. We got 2 over here. How did that happen? And we got 1 over there. So maybe we can try and get one all the way over that side. Go this way, go this way, go this way. There we go. Now we're moving around. No, what is going on here? It's like he's picking people deliberately. I haven't paid him, I promise. How many layers is this? This is the 3rd layer, isn't it? Okay. Have we all unwrapped? Yeah, if we can go again. There we go. We got some green paper. You're down there somewhere, Joe. Yeah, and you'll be next to Joe. Oh, you got a piece of paper as well. Oh, yeah. Next to Em. It's a longer run. Oh, where's it? One over there. Got one there. Teo's got one. Oh, nice and quick, Teo. Nice and quick. Fast, fast. Rip it. It's all good. Oh, you just got sweets. Well done. There's your sweets. Okay, let's keep going. If we've got layers, if we've got green pieces of paper, there really should be some soon. How many have we got? Oh, wait, no. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, keep going. Keep passing. Keep passing. I guarantee you all might like this layer. I'm sure we should have lots of green paper this time. So if you've got green paper, come down. Excellent. And so where do you fit in? Yeah. What's on your piece of paper? Okay, excellent. And yours must be over here. Oh, no, you're there. One more. There should be one more piece of paper. There we go. You coming to hold the piece of paper? Okay. Are you giving this away? Okay. I am the way, the truth. There we go. Okay, so if you all stand on the stage for me, so that you and hold your pieces of paper this way, then it should make up a verse. If we've got this right, yeah. Are we all right there? Excellent. Right. So what we're going to do is maybe we can. No, it doesn't matter. Okay. So we can all read this. I know it's only small letters, but we should be able to read it. So but they got we must get them. So when they say that we say their words, they've got to put them up in the air, nice and high for us. So and that will help us know where we're up to. Are you ready? So we're all going to say this out loud after 3. 1, 2, 3. Jesus. Now that was pretty poor, I've got to admit. You sounded as much as enthusiastic as as paying your taxes. So let's have a bit more enthusiasm. We are in church. It's okay to have fun. Okay. After 3. 1, 2, 3. Give them a big clap. Thank you very much. Well done, guys. You can keep your pieces of paper as well. Make sure you put them all in the bin afterwards. Recycling if possible. Okay, I'm going to move over here. And I think I'm at the right point in time. Yes, we're at this point. Okay, so I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one goes to the Father except through me. And so this is going to be the verse that kids are going to be, we're going to be concentrating on over the next 4 weeks. So I thought it'd be really nice for you to sort of get the introduction to what the kids are also going to be learning this month. So they're going to be learning about Jesus being the way, the truth, and the life. And they're going to be learning about the Easter story over the next month. And it's nice, I think, to have that what we do on kids is actually really important. And it's part of the body of church. But I really wanted to take this apart. I wanted to take this little verse apart. And it all starts with I am. And when you find out what I am actually means, it's actually quite powerful. And in the Greek language, it was a very intense way of saying, of referring to oneself. It was more intense than what we use it. And in fact, it was comparable to saying, I myself and only I. So Jesus was saying, I am the only one. So these statements were far more than what we think. And so what I want to do is take each bit of the statement and just let's look at it. So the first bit of the statement is, I am the way. So today is Mother's Day. And I thought I'd talk a little bit about my mum. Now, if everything was nicely working, we would have a picture of my mum on the screen, but it's not, so we're fine. But my mum is really good at many things. She's a good baker. She's very organized. She's very sort of good at giving advice and very understanding. But one thing my mum is not very good at is directions. And my mum often gets lost, even when she knows where she is. So even sometimes driving out of her own driveway, she can get lost. It is true. She got lost very near her own house. And she just doesn't have a great sense of direction. But Jesus said, I am the way. And was he just talking about directions? Was he just talking about, a map? So I looked up the word in the dictionary, because that's what we do. We'd look up words in dictionaries. And the way says this. And the first thing it said was a characteristic or habitual manner, a method, plan, or means of attaining a goal, a respect or particular, a direction of vicinity, a passage, or a progress on a course. And I love how the definition said it's a characteristic or a habitual manner. What a brilliant example of how Jesus should be in our lives. He shouldn't just be somebody we know about. He shouldn't be just somebody that we sort of refer to, but he should be something that's part of our lives, a characteristic of each one of us. As we give our lives to God, actually God should be the way in our life. He should be a character. The way that we live our life, the way that we do everything in life should be in the same way that Jesus would do things. And that Jesus should be part of our lives completely. And so it should be something much more than that. You see, Jesus didn't just come at Easter to Christmas and get born. I'm having fun with words today. Jesus didn't just come at Christmas to be born as a baby, to grow up, to die on a cross at Easter. He came to sort out a messy world. He came out to sort a world of problems. And Acts 4 verse 12 says this. Salvation is found in no one else, for there is no other name under heaven given to mankind by which we must be saved. Jesus came to make the way. So I thought I've got a little thing to show you, and I kind of, think it will work. Now just bear with me. I just need to grab this in here, like this. Okay, here we go. That's the one. That's the one. Excellent. So here we've got 3 sponges on a rod. We have yellow, yellow, red, yellow, yellow, red, red, yellow, yellow. It depends which way around you read it. Red, yellow, yellow, because that's left to right for you, but it's not for me. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to make a way for the red block to go to the middle. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. That's my aim, is I'm going to transfer and make a way through this block here, the middle one, this yellow one. I'm going to make a way for the red block to become yellow and the yellow block to become red. Wait. No. I'm going to make a way that the red block, this one, becomes yellow, and the yellow block is like a red lorry, yellow lorry, this one, and the yellow block to become red. Okay, so what we need is some little handkerchiefy things. So we put the first one over like this. Ooh. Like so. And we put this one over like so, just to help. And then what we do is I need all your help. I need every one of you to blow as hard as you can for me. After 3, 1, 2, 3. Right, I saw quite a lot of adults thinking, this is just for kids. It's not, it's really important. Okay, so after 3, I want everybody, that includes all of you, to blow for me. After 3, 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. That was very good. It was close to being good. Let's try that one more time. After 3, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I know. It's good, isn't it? So Jesus came to make a way. He came to make a way where it didn't seem possible. It didn't seem possible for the yellow block to skip through the red block and for them to switch places. But Jesus, in the same way, it didn't seem possible for mankind to have a relationship with God restored, but Jesus came to make a way. He came to make a difference. He came to change everything. And it reminds me a little bit of a story. I've got a funny story, hopefully funny story to tell you. Many years ago, my mum and dad had a car. And the only problem with this car is it had a faulty petrol gauge. So it never knew whether it was full or whether it was empty. So what they used to do is they used to guess by how many miles they'd driven to whether it was full or not. Okay, and one day my mum and dad were, my mum was out in the car and she lost a £5 note. Now this is many years ago when I was only little, which was quite a few years ago now. And she lost £5 and £5 was loads of money. And so she was a little bit worried about it, but she said, do you know what? Somebody must need that £5 more than me. And she went about her business. A few days later, my dad goes out in the car, and this time he runs out of petrol. And he gets out the car, he goes to a phone box. There was no mobile phones in those days. He goes to the phone box, he phones my mum and he says, I've run out of petrol. And my mum says, well, I lost a £5 note a few days ago in the car. Perhaps you could have a look and maybe it's there. So my dad went back to the car. He looked around the car and then he looked on the back seat. And there in the middle of the back seat was a £5 note, which was pretty amazing. So he picked up the £5 note. He went and got petrol. He filled his car. Several days later, he went out again. And once again, he was driving his car and suddenly it ran out of petrol. So he gets out of the car. He walks to the phone box. He phones my mum. And says, he didn't say mum because it's not his mum. He says to Jeanette, which is my mum's name, I've run out of petrol again. Well, my mum said, well, I haven't lost any £5 notes this time. So she said, well, all you can do is go away and pray about it. So he went back to the car. He sat down in the driver's seat and he started to pray. And he prayed about the situation. And a few minutes passed, and he lifted up the visor on the driver's side, and he saw he was next to a church. And the church had a great big billboard outside of it, and it said, I am the way, walk thou in it. So my dad did that. He got out of the car and walked home. But it sort of tells me something. It's that we've got to choose to walk in God's plan. God's got a plan and purpose for every single one of us. He's got a destiny for each one of us. And we've got to choose to walk in it. It's our choice. He's not going to force us to do it. It's his choice. And we've got to choose to walk in it. So the second thing that verse said is, I am the truth. And one thing that my mum always insisted on was me telling the truth. And there's been many stories, because I'm not very perfect, of me where I didn't necessarily tell the truth. And I kind of got caught out every time. I'm not very good at the lying. And so I thought I'd share one story with you, which was at the first week of summer holidays. Big school holidays, 6 weeks off. It was exciting. And my mum said, right, to your rooms, tidy out your school bags, sort your rooms out, ready for the summer holidays. So I went up to my room. Now, I had an amazing method of cleaning. It was called a shove it under the bed and see what happened technique. So I went about it, threw everything under the bed. And I also knew that if you just did that, you would get caught out straight away. There was another technique. It's called the opening and closing door technique. What you've got to do is you've just got to keep opening and closing the wardrobe door for a few minutes, and your mum thinks you're putting things away. So that's what I did. Is I went out to my room, I opened and closed the door, I threw everything under the bed. I thought, that's it, I'm done. 6 weeks later, after the holiday, my mum and dad were preparing for the first day back at school. And my mum said, Joe, where is your lunchbox? Where is your lunchbox? I said, I don't know. And she said, well, where is it? It's not in the kitchen. Okay, it must be in my room. So I went up to my room and I did that thing that all kids do. I don't know where it is. Okay, now you've got to be honest. If you say that, you're going to ask for two things to happen. One, you're going to get sent back to your room to look for it again. Or number two is your mum's going to come up to your room and look for it herself. And if the second thing happens, you know she's going to find it straight away. So my mum comes up to my room. She looks under the bed and there is a lunchbox. Not only was it a lunchbox, but it was a lunchbox still full of food. 6 weeks in summer holidays. It was messy. It was horrible. But the thing is my mum had already asked me. She had asked me, had I brought my lunchbox down? And I'd said I had. And I'd lied, even though I'd put it under my bed. And so I made a mistake. And the word truth is quite an interesting word because it means there's different things that it means. And one of the things that it says, a verified or indisputable fact, a proposition, a principle, like a mathematical truth. So I've got a little trick to demonstrate truth. So to start with, I need two really strong, tall people, I'm afraid. They're going to have to be adults because this is very responsible, this bit. So that would be Dave, yeah. And Steph's picked up his child. I was going to pick it. Oh, so it's all right. His wife's coming to get him and Steph's running away. So Dave and Steph, they don't know this is going to happen. So for this illustration, can you do me a favor and can you just lay that down first? Anytime I bring out things that have got a little bit of, yeah, please. Okay, so let's look what we've got under here. Yes. So what I've got for this illustration, yeah, that's fine, is some Ziploc bags, some sharp pencils. And this is where we're going to start. So boys, if you'd like to stand one either side, this is a brand new box of Ziploc bags. And we need to open a Ziploc bag. Oh no, that's closing it. There we go. Right, you're going to need to hold that side, and you're going to, I know it seems like it's not very big, but it'll get heavier yet. Right, so now what I'm going to do is I have a little bit of water. Don't worry, don't worry. I watched this on YouTube at least 3 times. Okay, I think I need a little bit more, just to make it a little bit more interesting. Right, please don't sort of ruin the bag. Okay, if you can Ziploc it up for me. Okay, so now I've got 1, 2, I feel like I'm missing somebody. Oh, I need a third victim. I mean, a volunteer. Now, I know what you're all thinking. You would love me to pick Pastor John, wouldn't you? But because you want me to pick Pastor John, I won't pick him because at least half of you want him to get wet. However, if I was to pick, I really want to pick somebody and I think I'll get in trouble if I pick him. If I was to pick Angie, for example, she would kill me, but we will. So would you like to join me? So can you hold it above her head? She's going to stand there for me. Okay. You might need to stand on this just in case. Before this begins, I really have, hopefully, this won't go wrong. Why did I pick Angie right now? Okay, so we have pencils. We have a bag over somebody's head. We have water. We have pencils that are really sharp. They are sharp. Okay. This scares me right now. Okay. I can't do it. This is scary. Ooh. That went a bit wrong. Okay. I think I can get a few more in. Okay, let's try 2 more. Oh, that's 1 more. Let's go like in a funny angle, just see whether that does it. Okay, another one. Steph, did you say you wanted me to throw it over her head? That's not very nice. Let's do one more. I've never tried 5. Okay. It's always good to try things in church for the first time. That's it. Okay. So there we go. There we go. So well done, Angie. You can take a seat. Okay. And just to prove that there is genuinely water in there, if you put it over there like that, there we go. Oh, we'll put it in there like that. So there we go. So thank you very much. Give them a clap. Okay. That went well. That went better than expected. So why did I show you that? Because the thing is that isn't really a trick. That is just science that we can use. And so that is a truth or a fact that actually if I poke the pencil through in the right way, it will never, ever spill, providing you do it very carefully. And you know what you're doing, and you don't do it at home with your parents because they might shout at you, and the right sort of equipment. But you know, that was a sign. So scientists will call a theory or a truth when the results can be reproduced independently time and time again. And the fact is that there's many people in this room who can testify and could stand up and say, actually, Jesus is the truth in our lives. It's something that can be repeated time and time again. We see that Jesus, the effect of Jesus, the truth on our life. We've seen how he's worked on our life and seen how he's transformed and changed our life. And Jesus can be the truth in all our lives. Matthew 5, verse 17 says this, "Do not think I've come to abolish the law of the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them." And when looking at this, we need to understand that what meant by the law, and they would be referring to the Old Testament. And Jesus came to fulfill the law. He came to set us free from guilt and shame. He came to set us free from the wrong things. And he came to pay the price for all those wrong things that each one of us have done and paid the ultimate sacrifice. And in that way, he fulfilled the law once and forever. Do you want to sit down for me so you can see? Excellent. So the third thing is I am the life. So Mother's Day is a day where we celebrate that mums who gave us life, or maybe people who that have walked through us, through life's challenges and through life's good points, and who have helped us on a day-to-day basis and form part of our lives. And Jesus described himself as the life. And I've got 2 little verses to share. John 14, verse 19, which says this, "Before long, the world will not see me anymore. But you will see me, because I live, you will also live." And John 10:10 says, "The thief only comes to steal, kill, and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it in their full." So what did Jesus mean by this? Firstly, we need to remember that in the beginning, God created the entire world, and he loved the entire world. It was perfect. It was brilliant. It was amazing. And everything about it was right. And then because of that thing, God created man with free choice, and man made a decision to do the wrong thing. So to illustrate this, I have a bottle. I have a bottle that says sin on it. Thank you, Teo. I have one piece of rope. Okay. I have sin. The thing about sin is it's this thing that grabs hold of our lives. We might not necessarily know it, but it takes hold and keeps hold of our lives. So it's a little bit like this bottle, you see. If this rope represents our lives, represents you and me, represents our whole beings. And so what we'll do is occasionally we might try and do something wrong. We might see what it's like just to tell a lie. And we find it grabs hold of us. It keeps hold of us. And the thing is our lives are short. But the more we try, the more we do, the more sin will get hold of us. In fact, it will hold us so much, it will take over our whole lives. Sin is very dangerous and grabs hold of us. And it's the wrong choices and wrong things that we've done. And so I want to encourage you today. It doesn't matter what you've done wrong. It doesn't matter how bad you've been. Jesus came to set every single one of us free from all those wrong things. He came to set us free so that we can have a relationship with God once again. And so you might feel that your life is tied up with things, with bad habits, with sin. But God sent Jesus because he loves each one of us so much. to make an answer, to make a way, to provide the truth, and to provide life, and life in all its abundance. So I've got one last trick to show you. And this time, I do need, and it's an invitation. So this is my invitation. So in fact, can I have, Richard, you'll do. Can you come and help me? And seeing as though Teo is so eager to come up, and Simeon's already been up and got a good price, I'll let Teo come. Okay, so if you can hold this up for me. Excellent. And you can stand here for me. Just there. Excellent. I'm just going to throw this off here without losing the water that's underneath there. There we go. It's like a big reveal. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly fold this invitation like so. This table's wobbly. And I'm going to fold this invitation like so. And I'm going to fold this invitation like so. And now we've got like a little envelope. And I'm going to fold it in half. And the thing is Jesus came with one purpose, with one reason, with one goal. And that was to save the world, to make a difference. And so I'm just going to do this, and hopefully this will work. So what we've got is a board. We've got some things. And I'm going to give you them, and I want you to stick them for me, okay? Okay. Maybe we can have Simeon. Do you want to come up as well? And you can start putting some sticky things on each of those whilst I hand them to you. Excellent. So quick, give them to Teo, and then Teo. So if you can put sticky things on that one for me, that one and that one, then that one. No, the other way around for me. Other way around. Excellent. Like that. And stick it all on all those for me. Excellent. And leave that one this way, like that. Put that one there. Excellent. Put that one there for me. Excellent. Well done. And, oh, that should just do with one. Excellent. We might need to make it a little bit closer, like there. Excellent. And that one there for me. Excellent. And we've got some good. Oh, I'm losing blue tack here. And that one there. Excellent. That one there for me. And that one there for me. He came. Excellent. That's the biggest pieces of blue tack ever, but that's good. We're getting there. We'll be one moment. Oh, we might need that in two. Thanks, Sim. Well done, Sim. Excellent. Thank you. You can go take a seat. Oh, that's the wrong way around. Almost. And so there we see that Jesus came to save us from a life spent away from God. A life of eternity spent away from God. He came to save us from hell and destruction. But you see, he came and did that by his cross. And Jesus came to die on the cross to save us from a lifetime separated from God. So not only is he the way, not only is the truth, but he's also the life. Because when we say sorry to God and we say, we truly mean it, he will forgive us of all the wrong things that we've ever done. And he will enter us into a new life on this earth, but also an eternal life that is only accessible through Jesus. So all we've got to do is decide to make a choice and say, I'm sorry, God. I want to choose to follow you. Thank you. So maybe we can just all close our eyes. And we're just going to pray a little prayer. And you can repeat these words after me. Dear God, I know that I've made mistakes. I know that you sent Jesus to be my Savior and that he died on the cross to take my punishment for my mistakes. I know that Jesus rose from the dead and is coming back someday. Please forgive me of all my sins and come into my life and change me. Please guide me in my life and help me to follow you for the rest of my days. In Jesus' name, amen. Now I'm just going to hand over to Pastor John, who's just going to close.
Thanks so much, Joe.